and everybody has an ex they love to flex on. I used to have a man, but now I looking for a next one. And I don't need another man for me to
Monéa Richardson, welcome back to the British Virgin Islands, and of course, welcome to 284 Media Studios. It's a pleasure. So you have been signed, sealed, and delivered, girl, to CCT, the only local telecommunications company, of course, in the BVI, a company that truly takes pride in local talent. Tell me, how does it feel to be CCT's newest brand ambassador?
I'm very, very excited. I'm very appreciative. I'm very humble by this opportunity. And I mean, we just had a photo shoot for some promotional stuff and the energy on set was amazing. So I can't wait to see what we do in the future.
All right, well, at CCT, you know, our motto is life unlimited. So I think with Monéa meets CCT, it's about to be dynamic. So welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so you stand established today as a singer, but way back when I knew you, I mean, I'm talking years ago when I attended HLSCC, you were a really great dancer. Tell us about the transition from dancing to the stage singing.
But even before HLSCC, I was singing and rapping. People knew me more for rapping. I started rapping in high school in a rap group called Vietnam. I went to St. George's. I went to St. George's Secondary School. And that's when I really started like getting into music. I was dancing before the music, but I realized, well, at that point in time, the peak for a dancer was basically just like a backup dancer. And me being me, I was kind of like,
what's next?
I want to be more in the front. I want to be more like in the center, the one in charge, the biggest boss there could be, you know? So I started to realize like, okay, I want to be the artist instead of just a backup dancer. I mean, in this day and age, the career for a dancer can go way beyond just being a backup dancer. No, but that's a whole new dynamic that we need today. But back then, I wanted to be more than just a backup dancer. So I went into rapping first because I couldn't sing at all. Like I couldn't sing. I knew I could write because I was good at like writing essays and poetry and stuff. So I started rapping, and then being a dancer, I was able to flow, like have a good flow, have a good cadence when it came to rapping. And eventually, I taught myself how to sing because I realized like it's better to be a versatile artist than someone that just had to stick to one thing. So I taught myself. I used to like annoying my mom and my sister when I came home. I started to look at YouTube videos and just basically train my own voice to have its own sound, like work with what I had, you know? So eventually I was able to fuse all of them together. So rapping, singing, and dancing. So that's why I'm the artist I am today. I kind of just found my way around things and made it unique to me.
It's always important. You're multi-talented and multifaceted. That's great. You're official. I mean, you are being featured in Zing, which is Liat. For those who don't know, Zing is Liat's in-flight magazine. This is a big deal. How was that experience, you know, being interviewed by the Zing magazine? And tell us, how does it feel to have your craft, your product penetrate the region?
First, I have to shout out to my manager, Kevin Clouden, because he's the one who really had that link he connected that whole interview, and I was able to get in the magazine because of him. That was amazing because I just dropped my album, and it was amazing to me because I know they had to approve of it first, because I'm not a big name in the Caribbean as yet, so I'm not a incoming artist, so of course they need to screen it first and first be interested in it and see value in me as an artist. So I was definitely happy that they saw like my intention and they saw the talent and appreciated it to even feature me. It didn't happen in person. Basically they sent an email with some quick questions, fun questions, light, nothing like really serious. And I just kind of typed it back and sent it. And then when I saw it for the first time, I still don't have a physical copy, but I mean like online, I was like, geez, this is really official. But then it got really, really official to me when people who actually like flew with like Leah, they would
reached
like
out to you.
Take a picture of the magazine and they're like, oh, look what I just saw, look who I'm looking at right now. So that's like amazing to especially be able to represent the BVI in that capacity. So
that's amazing.
that was definitely something.
All right. So let's get into this album of yours. Let me tell you something. I don't know who were at the concert last weekend. She performed alongside Jamaican superstar Shensia. Amazing performance.
Thank
you had the crowd singing along to this album almost as if they wrote the album. Okay? The BVI really loves you. You have some hardcore fans. Tell us about the album and what's the inspiration behind it?
So the album is called Tropikana, Volume 1, hint, hint, there'll be another one, an island love story. So basically, it's just a mixture of my experiences in and out of relationships, and I kind of just made a song for every mood I kind of would be in, whether it's like, I want him back, or whether I don't want him back, whether it's like, don't talk to me, or whether it's like, get here now.
Okay.
So just based on every mood, I kind of try to tell a story of like, a relationship. So from beginning to end, if you listen to it from the beginning to end, you could follow along if you're really paying attention. But yeah, that was mostly the inspiration, my just relationships and stuff like that.
All right, what's your favorite track on the album? Do you have one? I know it must be difficult. They're all good.
It's crazy because before I released the album, I had favorites. I had Run to You was one of my favorites, but Run to You is very underrated now. Like, it didn't end up being like one of the biggest songs on the album, but that was definitely one of my favorites. It was like one of the last songs I recorded. Run to You and Feel Like were both like the last songs I recorded. And those two were my favorites. But that's because I released songs prior to the album. So I released like Inner the World, Gypsy, Wave. They were prior to like the release. Like, they were prior to the release.
The album.
So they weren't like new songs that people heard. They were singles. But now, like, moving forward and listening back again, of course my favorites are now like the Inner the World. Like, Inner the World is definitely a song that I'm the most proud of in terms of my pen game. I really pushed myself vocally, and I was just amazed that I wrote Inner the World, I would say. And Gypsy is another favorite, just because like when you see the crowd goes
reaction,
crazy.
I'm telling you.
Gypsy is undefeated live. That's my favorite song to perform live, period, especially what it's saying. That's why people go crazy for it. Like, the women love that kind of stuff.
Indeed, indeed. Wave is mine. My favorite jam on the album, of course. The rhythm, the message, everything about it. I mean, every one of us have probably gone through a phase where we feel like we were not supported initially in the beginning, and then once you hop on board, you step into stardom, everybody wants to be a part of the bandwagon. So tell us about a few of your foundation people who are still rocking with Monéa.
Oh gosh, yes. I have a small circle. Of course, my mama.
She's always been supporting you.
Obviously, she has no choice. My day ones would have to be people like Binta. I went to school with Binta, Travis Walters, Gideja Crab, Marissa Malone, Bria Smith. I can't even say my sister. She's my sister. We had a rap group in the beginning too. It was called Sister
Oh,
group,
nice.
Group. Yeah, but my sister. I also have to shout out the people who came through along the way, because without them, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am now. So like my manager, shout out to Swang, so he produced Gypsy. Shout out to Nova Elite Audio. Nova Elite Audio and Jay Alexander basically like produced almost the entire album.
Nice.
And Jay Alexander, Jordan Duvernay, he engineered almost the entire album. So I have to shout out those people. Shout out Adamo. He's a great support for me.
And whoever she can't remember.
Yeah, I ramble, so like don't even make me have to big up people, because shout out to God. Shout out to God. Yeah, I have a good support team.
Monéa, let's face it, this is a tough industry to champion. You need a signature look, you need a great song, your personality and your drive has to be like all the way up here in order to make a mark. And I know that's a lot of pressure. What would be Monéa's formula to champion in the industry? I mean, like, how do you stay on top of things?
I think the key thing would be that you have to be self-driven, and you have to be consistent, and you have to basically be determined, and you have to believe in yourself 100%, especially knowing that it's not everybody gonna like what you're doing. Not everyone's gonna want to work with you. Not everyone's gonna agree with how you see things and do things. So 100% belief in yourself will always make you attract those people who are in your same wavelength. So I would say stay true to your dream and your vision, but still be open to criticism, be open to listening to people who've been there before and done it before. But at the same time, following your own instincts and your own gut. Because I realized, because I've been doing this a while, like trial and error. It took me a while to get here, but that's because it was a lot of trial and error and a little bit of, oh, this person told me this, but I don't really believe in this, but I believe in this. Let me try to incorporate this. And kind of find something that works for me.
Right.
So I would always say, like, be yourself and it'll make room for you, basically. Like, you don't have to follow a blueprint. There's no formula per se. The industry is changing so much every day. I just would always say, find what works for you, trial and error, and just go for it.
All right, your performances on stage are always full of energy. Is it difficult to balance like dance and singing?
From the beginning, like since 2008, 2009, whenever, that's what I've been doing. I took pride a lot in giving a whole production. Like I used to treat Top 7 at 7 awards shows, like the BET Awards. I would have dancers, props. I wanted my lights, like from the jump. That's how I used to be. But now I focus more on a vibe. I give a good performance, but it's not as calculated like how I used to do it. And I think I've gotten so used to dancing and singing at the same time that it's a lot better now, but I still have a lot more growth to happen, a lot more improvement to make. But overall, I think it's so second nature to me now that like I just be moving. I don't even know that I'm moving.
Just a vibe.
Yeah, it's just a vibe.
Yes,
like
the experience.
It's just a vibe, yeah.
Agreed.
When they don't need your money, when they planning an event, they gon' book her. And if you put it on my plate, I don't fold under pressure. I just apply the heat. I'm the cooker.
All right, it's a new year, 2019, brand new possibilities, and we all make our list of resolutions. Some of them we don't necessarily live up to, but that's another story.
Yeah.
What made Monéa's 2019 resolution list?
Merch. I'm trying to bring out some merch. My biggest resolution this year is to expand my fan base. I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to expand outside of the Virgin Islands now. I feel like last year, 2018, was a good run. Like I think I built a strong foundation in terms of support from back home, not just BVI. I always had BVI. I mean, I gained some new BVI fans as well, but like in terms of St. Croix, especially St. Croix, like I have to shout out to St. Croix. I have to. And St. Thomas, like I feel like I definitely
made your mark.
Yes, 2018. So this year, I want to definitely go further. I want to reach into more Caribbean islands, and I want to hopefully go on the other side of the world this year too. So that's my biggest resolution.
What are you thankful for?
Everything. I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful to be able to live in my purpose, I would say. I made the decision to leave graduate school last year. So this is almost like coming up on a year that I've left school to pursue music.
That's
full
a big
time.
move.
So it's crazy that everything happened in a year, but it also happened when I decided to just forget everything else and follow my dreams full force. So I would definitely say, yeah.
That just made me remember a quote that says, it's either one day or day one. You really have to just make up your mind,
just have
make the
to
decision
decide. Yeah, so I'm very, very thankful for everyone's support, especially those people who've really been watching me grow. So I just want to thank you guys so much for all your support. I'm thankful for people who believe in me, thankful for what's to come, but I'm also just thankful for this moment right now.
We'll dwell on it. You're doing well. Monéa, you're not only doing it, like I said, you're doing it really, really well. Just continue to be an inspiration and continue to be a trailblazer in the industry. Continue to rep the VI. Okay.
I have no choice. They will eat me alive. They'll eat me alive.
All right, well, just continue to thrive and do your thing.
Oh,
on behalf of 284 and the BVI, we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Jovan Wilson, and this has been your 284 exclusive with the one and only Monéa Richardson.
Then you take it slow. I'm a sniper,
Get online today with CCT Go Fast LTE. Simply select from any one of our Go Fast LTE plan options. Each plan offers unlimited wireless residential internet and are priced to suit your budget and required data speed. Stop by any one of our locations and speak with one of our representatives and get online with Go Fast LTE, the BVI's preferred choice for reliability, speed, and affordability. CCT Life Unlimited.